The way we just lost it, it was just total embarrassing. And we're a better football team than what we showed today. You can't give up 5 touchdown throws. You can't beat 13 out of 17 on third down. You can't have when you play it on the road and you play a really good football team, you got to be able to get turnovers, and you can't turn the ball over. And it's hard to match scores, and it's hard to just play catch up. And that's all we did. We got down 14, then we tied back up at 14, then we tied up at 21, then we gave up a big throw to make it 28-21. So those are just, and it was easy, just make them drive the ball. If anything, just make them drive the ball. Don't let the ball get thrown over your head for big chunks, because the teams aren't patient enough to drive the football on you. They want the big throws, and we gave them to them today. And when you play a good team, this what happens to you, and you end up getting embarrassed. And so we still got a long ways to go. We still have a lot of work, and our season is still in front of us. We just got to go out and get ready for the next one. But this is a good lesson learned here today.
Charlie, why do you feel like they got so many explosives?
Well, when you play, you get beat one-on-one, the ball's just thrown up, and you can't find the football, you're going to get the big throws on you.
You guys had most of the momentum going into the half. What were going on in the second half?
Well, it's just the plays. I mean, they made plays, and we didn't. We come back out, we get 2 on a safety, and then we have the ball. We don't get the score there. We get 3. Then we come back. We get them the 4th down and 3, and we end up letting the quarterback break tackles and go in. But it's more of, giving up plays, not making tackles, and that's can't happen.
What's missing for this team to take the next step and to be able to finish a game like that?
Well, it's not so much what's missing. You just got to play better. I mean, if you play better, then you don't. That doesn't happen to you. But you have to play better, and you don't give up big plays. And when you get opportunity, drive the ball, you got to go and score. But it's hard. You just don't ever get into a ball game where you're matching scores and you're trying to match scores. You got to go out and get stops. And we didn't get stops. We did 13 or 17, I think, on third down. So you didn't get the stops.
You guys were able to at least trade scores with them for a while, but do you feel like those turnovers were just killer in this game?
Well, the one, the deep one we threw, and we were down 14 at the time. Then we go back out on defense, and then we give them, we get them in the third down. We got them to third down, but then they were able to execute it. And whenever you get them people to third down, you want to make sure it's a low percentage. And if anything, it's 2 or 17 instead of 13 or 17.
The deep balls, was it just young guys being out of position, or just getting flat out beat?
No, when you play against good receivers, and you gotta learn to play with your alignment. You gotta give them the press. You gotta back off, and then if anything, get the ball thrown in front of you, and you run up and make the tackle. But when you get the ball thrown up over your head and you lose the ball, it's a touchdown. It's a 50-50 ball. And a lot of times on 50-50 balls, the offense is going to win because they're going to find the ball. But very seldom does a defensive player get his eyes back because he's really trailing from behind. So it's going to be either an interference call or a big play for the offense.
You think you tackled poorly today in general, or just that 4th and 7 play where King scored?
Well, there was the one that was really glaring, the 4th and 7, because you had him. We hit 4 guys, missed him. Mm-hmm. We had him stopped, and then guys relax, and that's when you don't relax, because only a good player like that, you just keep going, and then you get him on the ground.
Johnny Ford had another nice game on the ground,
Mm-hmm.
In the loss. And talk about what he was able to do and what you liked out of him today.
Well, Johnny's a really good football player, and he's a guy that runs. They really can't find him, but he's able to bounce the ball to the outside and go get the scores. But we know what type of player he is, and knowing he's an exceptional player.
Charlie, I don't know if it was frustration, but there was an incident on the sideline between Khalid and one of your assistant coaches. You got comments on that?
Well, I really didn't see it, and I think that BJ, one of them, stopped it. But in the heat of the moment, when emotions are involved, and you can see frustrations get involved and guys yelling at one another.
You think you're in the same situation as last year. This is a young team. You think you're having trouble convincing them that everything's still in front of them?
Well, it's not that. You still got where you got to go play well against Tulane. You got to go on the road to Cincinnati. You got to go on the road to Temple. Then you got to come back home to Central Florida. So the games are there for us. Now it's just a matter of us, going out and to go compete hard enough to go get them. This one was a tough one just because we knew what we were facing, and not to have the showing that we should have had is what's upsetting.
Your quarterback, King, how much better is he than when you guys faced him a year ago?
Well, the thing he did was he made the throws, so it was, they're jump balls. So you get the ball to the outside, it's a jump ball. And what we wanted to do was make him sit in the pocket and make the throws. And he didn't have to make many throws. Everything was to the outside. Can you make him sit? We weren't able to just get him in the pocket and make him throw those curl routes or those underneath routes and just keep him from just scrambling around.
It didn't look like you had a terribly good pass rush on him all day, correct?
No, we didn't, because what we tried to do was we rushed 3 at times, we bring 4 at times. You just didn't want to get him going, let him get to the outside of the pocket. When you brought pressure, then it was the deep balls up over your head. So it's when you get a player like that, you just got to figure out, you got to try to make him just take one half of the field away from him and force him to his non-throwing hand, and then you'll be able to get the rush.
Johnny, y'all spotted 14 points, and then you started kind of standing toe-to-toe with them. Did you kind of feel like, hey, we're right in this, we're going to stay with them today, this is going to be kind of a back-and-forth game? What were you thinking at that point?
It's just adversity we had to face. I feel like we could play with anybody at any moment. We just came off to a slow start, then we started getting the pace.
You guys have gone into the fourth quarter trailing before and then been able to come out of it. How confident were you coming in, and then how frustrating was it to see how it worked down?
No frustration. We always stay confident. Play your heart out to the fourth quarter, say 0-0-0, and that's it.
There was a moment after you scored one of the touchdowns on your near sideline when Cronk came up to you afterwards. He was riling you up. Talk about your relationship with him.
The relationship is great. Like I always tell him, just lead the way, because I'm young and he's older. He experienced a lot of stuff, so I just tell him just lead the way and I'll follow. And he's a great role model, someone any kid would want to look up to. Keep a great spirit. Always help me. Like when he in the game, he'll tell me like what he see, what he suggests I should do. And when I'm in the game, I tell him the same. So like we just feed off each other.
How much has he been able to help you over the last couple of weeks?
A lot. Actually, I knew him since back in Miami. So like he been helping me, because when I first came, it was a little struggle. So like he always stayed on me, and like now it's starting to pay off.
How did you know him in Miami?
He went to Westminster. We both had the same football coach.
What did they do there in the second half to limit the running attack?
I can't answer that one.
Can you go over your play where you scored and just kind of went around the left side? You started on one side and kind of went all the way around and scored on the left side. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I mean, it's just vision. At the end of the day, I just want to give it to my old linemen and the receivers that block. And at the end of the day, they the ones that deserve the credit, because I had the easy job by just running. And they the ones that saw me and actually delivered the block for me to get to where I got.
How disappointing was it today just to not come out with one?
Not disappointed at all. I just know that we got a better execution. We going to practice, coming back hard, and we'll see them again.
I guess fans want to know, can y'all rebound from something like this?
Yes, we can. Why not? My team is strong. We all stand by one, and we going to practice, and we going to come back hard, and we'll just show you next week and from here on out.
Was that the only thing that was really able to beat you guys today?
Just a lot of assignment stuff. It's flat out, I feel like we just weren't ready to play, and that's on the players. Just got to get ourselves ready to play. So that's to me.
Where do you think they were able to get so many explosives?
And we really just didn't execute. When it came down to it, 50-50 balls, a lot of run balls. We had a chance to get guys on the ground, and we just didn't. So just execution.
The play where King, 4th and 7, broke about 3 or 4 tackles and scored. Just how costly was that in the grand scheme?
It's very costly. We still felt like we were in the game, but it was definitely a big play. just a momentum shifter. So.
What makes King so difficult?
He brings a lot to the table. He's a great quarterback. He's getting a lot better, especially throwing. And when he gets in the run game, it's almost like how a Wildcat every play. So he's a really great player.
Kind of moved over to that outside linebacker spot again. You know, they're filling in for Sawtell and a couple other things like guys. Talk about that move and how's that been going for you?
Just really do whatever Coach Strong and the coaches asked me to do. I mean, it's been difficult the first couple days, but I mean, I'm starting to get a better understanding of it, where I'm supposed to be, who's outside of me, who's supposed to make me right if I do this. So it's just a lot of little things, just getting better on the details.
What's the mood in the locker room like right now? You guys are in a similar position than you were last year after the loss to Houston. You guys kind of doing that?
Yes, sir. You know, definitely didn't want to lose. Definitely hurt us a lot. You know, coming up here. But you know, we know that everything's still ahead of us, all our goals. So.
How do you rebound from something like this, giving up 57 points on the defensive side?
That's what we practice. We go watch film tomorrow. We're gonna get in the film room, clean up all the mistakes, and you know, figure out where we went wrong and where we went right, if at all. You know, so. Just practice.
Just as far as Derek King passing the ball, is it like night and day from last year, from what you saw last year?
I mean, he was proficient last year, I think. But yeah, he's really good this year. I mean, just he's continuing to develop as a player, and that's awesome for Houston what they're doing. So.
You guys spotted him 14 points, and then you came right back. At that point, you just feel like, hey, we're in a rhythm now. We can stand toe to toe with these guys.
To be honest, I think until towards the end of the fourth quarter, I thought that we felt that way. I think today, offensively, for the most part, I think we played our most complete game. Besides, obviously, the turnovers and the 2 field goals, I think if we were more efficient in the red zone, that would have helped us a lot. But I think as far as moving the ball, playing well in the first half, I think. Offensively, we came out and, I think we improved. Quite honestly, I think we improved from our past games. We were efficient. O-line was doing a great job. Our run game was working. We were being successful in pass plays. But we can't turn the ball over. That interception is on me. I tried to let the guy make a play, and I should have just thrown the ball away. And the second time, I was actually trying to throw the ball away, and apparently that was a fumble. But it is what it is. And then other than that, like I said, those 2 times we were in the red zone, I wish we would have came by with 7 points. That holding call that set us back. Penalties throughout the day, obviously, that's not going to make us be any more successful. So a lot to learn from. But this team, our goals in mind are still available. We're going to come out and give everything we have for the rest of the season. Our goals are still attainable, and we just have to continue to get better.
Like when they ruled the one fumble, can you kind of describe what kind of, when you left your hand, how you felt, and kind of just the immediate aftermath, what you thought about?
That's a tough play. It was just different. I was trying to step up and just throw it away, and I got hit right as I did it, so it's tough. I don't. They must have judged it as if I obviously lost possession of my hand, but I felt like it. Obviously I got hit, but I pushed it forward. But it's something I can't change.
Did the crowd play an effect at all? Really, today it was pretty loud on the field at times, and had to go up and make the play.
Not necessarily. Yeah, well, it was really loud, definitely, but. I think the running backs and I, as far as for the offensive linemen, we were able to do a good job of communicating with them. It was tough, but we were still able to do it. I don't think it factored into any of our performance space, though.
You mentioned your goals are all still in front of you, and you're certainly an older guy who has that perspective. How are you going to be able to communicate that to your younger teammates?
Just set the example by leading. I think all the older guys, and I think pretty much the whole team in general knows from the little that we got to speak about it. But we still have our goals in front of us. We can't let this setback push us back even further for the rest of the year. We have to learn from it. It was a really good football team today. I thought that we were in the game for the most part until the end. So a lot of learning experiences, and I think we're going to come out and do better.
I know you've got your own business to take care of and your team's on defense, but did you get to watch any of Derek King today?
Yeah, I did. Special player, definitely. Playmaker. He did a really good job, helped his team win. That's what you want from a quarterback.
Did you see any difference? Obviously, you haven't played against Ed Oliver, but did you see any difference in the Houston defense without Ed Oliver out there?
That wasn't. I got asked about this a couple days ago for game planning for Ed Oliver or not for Ed Oliver. It was he's one of the 11 guys on defense. Obviously, he's a great player, but we're playing 11 guys. We're not playing one. So whether he's there or not, we're playing. We have to game plan, and we just didn't execute on all cylinders today.
What did they do in the second half to take away the run game and force you into passing?
I don't know if it was so much of them taking away the run game. I think we were put in different situations where we may have needed to throw the ball a little more and stretch the field. But yeah, we just in general we need to play better.
You mentioned that you thought it was a complete game. How encouraging is that for you guys?
Good, obviously. To an extent, it wasn't a complete game. I'd say that was our most complete game so far, as much as moving the ball, playing consistently from the first half, and that was one of the things that, especially as an offense, we really needed to improve on, was coming out in the first half and putting some points on the board. Like I said, our goals are ahead of us, and we have to treat this as a learning experience, come back and grow.
You mentioned the red zone. I think twice you guys said overall was still pretty productive, but was there anything you could pinpoint in the red zone that didn't go right there? A couple times you guys had it settled?
The first time we couldn't put it in, and then the second time was when we got that penalty, and that pushed us back 10 yards. So first down on the 7 to first down on the 17. It's a big difference. So we just got to play smarter, got to play better, be more efficient in the red zone.